Good day and thanks for tuning in. My name is Jack, and today we're going to be taking a look at bounty hunting in Elite Dangerous. Let's go ahead and get out of the station here, head out, and see what we can see. Now, bounty hunting in Elite Dangerous is pretty much a side effect of the rather one-dimensional legal system, whereby if you're a bad internet space pilot and you get a bounty on your head, people can blast you out of space and then collect said bounty. And yeah, there we go. Yeah, for whatever reason today, it seems like I've had a lot of trouble getting out of stations without slamming into them. It's kind of almost, I don't know, depressing in a I don't know, fine way of looking at it. Anyhow, once you're clear of your station, what have you, you're going to proceed to the spot at which you would like to go bounty hunting at. So in this case, we'll just go ahead for the nav beacon. There we go. We'll go ahead and fire up the FSD here and get going. Now, bounty hunting can be conducted pretty much anywhere that there's a wanted ship, or ships, any ships that are wanted. This means around your local station, your favorite watering hole, your favorite nav beacon. Resource extraction sites are also particularly handy for this kind of play. The idea being to just find somebody who's wanted, blow them up, and then cash the bounty back in. And that's what we're going to demonstrate in the video here. I will pick nav beacons. The reason being is because I don't have a great ship yet. Right now I'm flying a Diamondback Scout. It's a decent ship. I mean, it'll get you around without much of an issue. The only problem that you run across is that there are much larger things out there that will just blow you out of space. So because of that, I probably will not be visiting some of the more dangerous resource extraction sites out there. And we'll probably just stick to nav beacons for the time being. Either that or rare commodity trading, which is also a great way to make cash if you don't mind a bit of boringness and having to do many jumps in some cases. Now, obviously the Diamondback Scout here works fairly well for that type of play. Reason being is because with the drive it's got in it, it's got some pretty long legs. I want to say I'm upwards of 20 light years at a shot. So things go along pretty quickly. Alright, nav beacon's behind the star. So, okay, well, or we can just go zooming past it. There we go. This is the one angle you really don't want to overshoot your target in. That would work out really, really badly for your ship. You'd be sad, and then you'd have to go pay to rebuild your ship. Speaking of rebuilding your ship, you can in fact get blown up while bounty hunting. I've done it myself, wasn't paying attention to target information, and I ended up attacking one ship that was part of a wing of 3. And his buddies were a little less than enthusiastic about my approach. So before the frame shift drive got charged up and I could punch out, I got blown up. But easy free ride back to the station, a little bit of money out of the bank, and back out here playing in beacons. Hopefully that doesn't happen again today. I should try and pay attention. And let's see. It's almost the most agonizing part of this faster than light travel is just waiting on the speed and distances to come down to where you can reasonably come out of it and be at your destination. There we go. The wrong button at first. Alright, so once you're on site at your local area, you're just going to want to go around and scan everybody. Now there is a scanner that you can purchase that when you find a wanted ship, you can find what all that wanted ship has on them in the way of bounties. Because bounties don't necessarily have to be local to your area. And let's see, have a look at this guy. And he's clean as well. Now, one of the unfortunate things about playing around at the nav points as opposed to other bounty hunting activities, such as running missions, is that you can end up spending quite a bit of time with nothing to show for it. In this case, he's clean, his wing of 3 is clean. So I'm willing to bet that all 3 of those ships in the line, 1, 2, and wherever through, there's 3. I'm willing to bet that all of those guys are clean as well. And even if they weren't, I probably wouldn't go after them. The reason being is just because I'm kind of a not great combat pilot. Should make things a little difficult. This guy's flying an ASP Scout, and he's wanted. So he's also ranked as mostly harmless down there. Lower left, Kier Turner, mostly harmless. Wanted. The reason this is a good idea to pay attention to their pilot level is this guy won't have much of a clue of what he's doing. So we'll go ahead and pull in on him a bit here. Go back to corner speed and just open up on him. And now we're pounding on Hall. Now we'll go ahead and see if we can pull him around. And there we are. Alright, bub. Come on. Alright, there we go. So as you can see in the upper right there, we ended up getting roughly 23 grand for getting rid of him. Now the way these bounties work is when you successfully get a bounty, here are the transactions that will show what bounty you just got. Now the actual payout for bounties can break out across time and space and systems and all kinds of other places. The reason that that's important and the reason that it's something to keep in mind is that should you manage to lose your ship, you lose any of the bounties that you haven't cashed in yet. On the whoa. What in the world? Who in the world was that? Okay, well, a little traffic accident in space there. Probably the local ship going around scanning everybody. One of the local ships, I should say. Let's see what this guy's up to. He's clean. This guy is scanned. Huh. Oh well, no clue. Anyhow, with the bounties, you actually have to cash them in. You don't just get awarded the credits by some magical means of super advanced technology here in the far-flung future. Instead, you have to go turn them in, and bounties can break out across several systems. So, for example, this guy is wanted here in Baltasine. He's wanted by the Baltasine Freedom Party. So, any station which is controlled by the Baltasine Freedom Party would cash that bounty in for me without much of an issue. There'd be little to no qualms with it. Now, if an individual is wanted in several places, looks like the guy that ran into me. Yeah, security service. Anyhow, if you cash that bounty in, you can only cash the bounty in the areas where they have a bounty out for them. Okay, so the security service has just deployed hard points. Somebody's getting shot at. That guy's clean. This guy isn't. So we'll go ahead and pull our hard points up as well. Put power to the drives to get in closer, faster. Hopefully before he goes bang. Let's see if we can't score another quick bounty here. The trick about it is you just have to get some hits on him. You don't have to be the individual with the killing blow. Nothing like that. You just have to get some good solid hits in on the bad guy, and you get awarded the bounty. In this case, I'm running out of energy to run my weapons. Alright, cool. Another 30 grand. Let's go ahead and head back to the station and give you a look at how to cash these bad boys in. Notice I now have a 39,000 bounty to cash in for Empire. So any Empire station or station in Empire space will, in fact, cash that bounty. Let's go ahead and pull up our map here. And, okay, we're already fixed on where we want to go. So we'll just go ahead. And a couple seconds here, we'll jump into Super Cruise. The important thing with Super Cruise is whenever the closer something is to you, the faster you're going to, or excuse me, the slower you're going to actually charge your jump drive. So if you happen to be right near another ship, then yeah. If you happen to be quite near another ship, you can end up getting stuck in place while it takes forever for your frame shift to drive. And as you get bigger ships, this is one of the important things, especially if you're playing on live or going after bounties on players, is that if you're driving a significantly heavier ship than your target, you'll disrupt their frame jump out, which can be very, very handy, give you an extra little slice of time there to finish blowing them out of time and space. One other thing that's fairly handy, as with any sort of space combat or aerial combat, what have you, It's always a good idea to have some means of looking around with ease, to track targets, track and look where you're going. In my case, I use a Track IR. They're fantastic devices. I've been using them for flight sims and such for probably the better part of the last 10 years. And they never cease to help me. Like with this, I'm fixing to go zooming by it, but I can watch it fly by out the window. It's always fun. Get to talking, the next thing you know, you're going way too fast. Now the only problem here is that I can't really see my throttle, which is a bit of a bummer. In this case, I'm using an Xbox One controller to fly this thing. With a lot of folks, they would, oh man, I'm gonna pull a noob mistake here and overshoot it again. Ah, what a fantastic thing to put out on the internets. Oh well, mistakes happen. Screaming by planets, or screaming by stations, also happens. Of course, it's been a long time since I've missed one more than once. What is that? Ah, strong signal source. Let's not go there. I have no clue what that is, but it's really close, and I don't much care for it. I've never actually run into another ship while in faster than light travel, although it probably at some point will happen to me, and then I will be a very sad panda. Have to go back and buy a new ship. It would be really ironic if it happened on this particular play session, seeing as it's being recorded, being posted out there for the joy of the internet to have a look at. Of course, I mean, it would be a good way to show off the fact that you do, in fact, lose all of your bounties should you get blown up, but I would rather get away from that if I can. Such a cool looking station. Alright, so we'll come in, we're cleared for pad 16. And one thing I have yet to read out there, yet to figure out for myself, is how the actual pad numbering correlates with where it is. You get those stations where they're like, you're now cleared for pad number 1. You come screaming through the door and discover that pad number 1 is underneath you. Yeah, the next station you're at, you get cleared for pad 15. And you would think 15 is not all that far away. Let's see here. Alright. That looks like, is it a 16 or a 19? That would be a 16. Anyhow, it's like in this case, I would have figured that 16 would be about halfway down, give or take. But nope, right by the door.
Landing gear deployed.
And there we go. Alright, so once you arrive in the station with your bounties safely aboard your ship that has not been blown up, first thing to always do, just refuel everything, reload everything. In my case, I tend to use multi-cannons just because the power draw isn't great on them, and the ammunition's not terribly expensive, and it's also sustainable if you're out in the middle of nowhere running around on planets in your rover. So to cash these in, you go to Contacts, and you want to find the Bounties section, and you just say Redeem All Bounty Vouchers. And then, quick as toast, you have a few Warbucks sitting around in your pocket. It's important to note that this is a very, very easy way to get yourself some money when you first start off at the game, because the $1,000 they give you is pretty well next to useless. But anyhow, that concludes this video. If you've enjoyed it, or if I've missed something huge, or I've done it all wrong, please let me know in the comments below, and take care.